It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Bills and the Dolphins on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple of little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Beavis, out to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
In motion, Hill. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
This is taken at the 23. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Chase, the motion man right. Stroud working out of the gun. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Well, these two teams met earlier in the year in Buffalo with the Bills winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Throwing now is Stroud. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Here we go now on first and goal. Gibbs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Justin Jefferson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's Tua. Looking here for Smith downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Now Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. In motion, the tight end. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Throwing on second and long. Tua, he'll dump this off to Achane. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bills.
Gibbs straight ahead. And down to the 41. When you look at this defense, they are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Looking deep here for Chase. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jamar Chase, 43 yards. And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Tua. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. In motion, Hill. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Bills 36-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bills offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And you can see he leads the league in rushing as he enters this final week. So we'll see how involved they want him to be here in this regular season finale. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 23, here's 2nd down at 5. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Stroud now to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Tua going to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the give, here's Gibbs. Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Bills.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Jefferson moving in motion left. Stroud. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And off now to Gibbs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Throwing now is Stroud. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now a 2nd and 2. Stroud looking to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Tua. Throw caught by Achane. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The visitors' offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And he will find his man Chase complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First down, Bills.
Stroud to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throw left side complete to Chase. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
So we've only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get it as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Gibbs, right side for Gibbs. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of a 45.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
And the Bills first down.
Back to throw. Stroud. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. Now run by Gibbs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill. He's got him. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He was defended by Derek Stingley.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick here is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And the Bills first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. As Stroud now to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Gibbs. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 95 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Stroud. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Well, now how about this return? And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Tua going to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's Tua. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Another run for Gibbs here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Throwing now is Stroud. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And Gibbs has it.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Stroud to throw it.
Flushed out right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Stroud looking to throw.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. And his kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Tua sets up to pass it.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Gregory Rousseau.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Tua. On target over the middle to Hill. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And they'll run it with Gibbs. They find some open field here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. In motion goes the tight end. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Jefferson moving in motion left. Now Stroud. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On play action, here's Tua.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On the counter, it's Spiller.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the left hash, this from 39.
A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.